spaces that evoke emotion and spirituality. I think that's what good architecture is all about. We've been married for 7 years. Interestingly, there was no discussion about how the house should look like, but it falls in place and everyone is comfortable. It's a house that is my work of art, and so it's of course an extension of ourselves.
Hi, Ed.
Hi, Corinne. Hi, welcome.
Good.
Hi,
Thank you. Shall we head inside?
Yes, let's head inside. So this is the dining room.
Wow, it's got such a medieval vibe. And yet it looks like a contemporary museum.
Dining is always one of the main activities in the house, and we do entertain quite a fair bit. So it has to be the main focus of the house. If you were to know my wife Jess well, you know that she's always on pants instead of skirt. Her persona is masculine, yet with a little feminine touch.
This looks like a normal staircase, but if you look closely, you can actually see that the concrete slabs are floating.
The material can be ordinary steel and concrete, but the task of doing this form work requires great skill and lots of experience. The Japanese has this aesthetic sense called wabi-sabi, which means that celebrating imperfection as a form of beauty. I adopted the use of fair-faced concrete to celebrate that.
So it's like a canvas for your wife's art.
Oh yes, indeed. It's the most perfect canvas, whereby painting can be hung, removed with nail marks that's not patched up and is still form of natural beauty.
Edmund's house is very impressive. When you first see it, it is very, very stunning because it's very austere from the outside. But what I personally like about it is that the inside of his house is very warm, very inviting.
This piece of artwork is not one that is dainty and delicate, but rather look at the kind of texturing, the kind of broad brush strokes, full of energy. It's so masculine, with a confident line that draws through, an almost abstract portrait.
Does it bother you that your living room doesn't have glass out of which you can peer out into your environment?
Well, it's a curated decision. We want to frame the view, so the only two slits of the glass in this whole concrete block to look into curated landscape with trees being planted. So this is one of inward-looking kind of architecture.
Wow, this is a very unusual walk-in wardrobe. What was outstanding for me for this house is that it's almost like an architectural ode of love to his wife. He always jokes that she has the last say, but when you talk to Jazz, the interesting thing is that Jazz always says she did not have much say in the house at all. She just left him to create freely. And that really tells you something. He really understood her fully and produced a house that really spoke a common language between the both of them.
When she walked in the door, and I could see that big smile on her face, and that's the best reward that any architect building their own home will get.